YouTube channel, Fishing with Chris. That's the impromptu name of the show I just made up, Fishing with Chris. We're out here at the Newport News Reservoir in, I believe, the city of Hampton. Oh, somebody's calling me. Hello? That's a fake sales call. It's a scammer. I'm just going to hang up on him. Anyway, so I'm really excited to be out here today. I apologize for the camera wobbling all around. I'm trying things out, trial and error with the camera. I realize now that the piece of PVC pipe that it's mounted to is too wobbly. So I'm going to put a steel or aluminum pipe or a wooden dowel inside so it bounces less. We'll get that taken care of next time. But yeah, we just started fishing about an hour ago. And you know the old saying, a good day, a bad day fishing is better than a good day at work. That is true for the most part. There's a lot of life out here. I see turtles everywhere, some turtles sunbathing on a log over there. So eventually the way I'm going to have the camera system set up when I'm out here fishing is I'm going to have a two-camera system. One camera will be mounted like it is now. Of course, I'm going to make some adjustments. I don't know if you can hear me that well. We're going to make some improvements to that. We'll add an external microphone and maybe zoom in. I don't know. I could always crop the video, but and then I'm going to wear the other camera on probably on my chest, and that way you'll get a first-person view, like when I'm reeling in these monster fish out here. I haven't had much luck so far today. I haven't even gotten a nibble. But honest to God, I'm just so happy to be out here. Today is May 7th. So all the Star Wars nonsense is over with now. You know, May the 4th, Revenge of the 5th, Revenge of the 6th, whatever. Today's the 7th, so it's no longer Star Wars Day. But let me tell you about this boat, this whole system I have here. This is great. Ignore this. If you can see this in the camera, this is an experiment. I'm trying to help stabilize this boat and make it more stable, but honestly, I mean, I can stand up on this without much trouble. I mean, I can't like run around and skip and stuff, but I can, oh, I got a nibble. I can definitely cast from this. So if I wanted to do some fly fishing, I totally could. Oh, I definitely got a nibble there. Wow. Cool, I'm going to throw that back out. I'm just using live worms today. I brought some artificial lures too, but these worms I probably had for close to 2 weeks, and they are barely hanging on. They're barely alive. I refreshed their dirt a little bit for them, and they've just been in the refrigerator. But it is a perfect day. It is 74 degrees. It's been 74 all day. They called for rain earlier. Never did rain. I wasn't even going to go out because the weather forecast called for rain, but it ended up being a beautiful day. No rain at all. Oh, this boat. So this boat, let me tell you about this boat. Man, I've been debating, I've been searching on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace for a John boat, because, you know, I always thought John boat was the way to go. If you're not a rich person, like myself, and can't afford a real fishing boat, a bass boat, bass hunter or whatever, the big old Mercury outboard, then you need to look at things like John boats. But in my review, watching YouTube and people reviewing John boats versus these little tiny pontoon style plastic, they're called pond prowlers. Well, this particular brand is. There's Pelican makes one, and they call it something different. But this one is that I'm in now is an actual pond prowler. It's a 10-foot pond prowler. I don't know it says it somewhere on a sticker. I just probably have it covered up. But 2 people can fish on this comfortably. I took one of the seats out when I was unloading it, just to give me more leg room and more stuff, more room for my junk. I have, like I said, I was experimenting and trying to hook up this stabilizer. I have my GoPro case out here that has all my cameras and accessories in it. Some of this stuff is unnecessary, especially if you're just going out fishing. But you know me, I like to video everything. Video chronicles of everything, no matter how boring and mundane it might be to other people. I wanted to come over here where it's a little shadier, cast into the shaded area over there by the water. Because I figure, like, this time of day, the hottest part of the day, the early afternoon, they're probably in either the shady areas or the deeper waters in the middle. So I'm just experimenting, trying different things. I'd love to catch a fish on camera. That'd be awesome. I don't think I've ever done that before. But this boat, let me tell you, man, let me tell you why these boats are so great. You do not need a trailer for them. These will fit in the back of pretty much any standard pickup truck. It fits between the wheel wells. You measure, you know, where, if you have a truck, where your wheel wells are. You measure the distance. As long as you buy a boat that fits within that distance. Good. I got a snag. Instead of just letting it snag me up, back up here. Trapping too, but honestly, I've done trapping, and it's just a lot of work. When you set traps, you have to check your traps every 24 hours. And it's a lot of work to set those traps, so you know, you just have to check them every 24 hours. But by the time you decide, well, I don't want to check them anymore, then you've got to pull all your traps. That's fun though, but I enjoy fishing and hunting a little more. I admire and respect the hell out of real trappers though. You know, it used to be the backbone of this country was the trappers and the fur traders, you know. Great admiration and respect for them. I think they're awesome. But, you know, keeping the tradition alive, the lost generations of hunters and fishermen. I don't know why I'm saying they're lost. They're not lost. Oh, there's some nice dandelion little thingies blowing through here. There's some big old turtles in here. Surprised how many good turtles have bit into my... Can you see? I can't really hold that over there to where it'll stay long enough, but I'm using a little worm. Just a little worm. That'll do. And later on, if I don't get any more nibbles on this, I'll switch to artificial lure. I was fishing over there by where the bridge crosses. You can hear the traffic in the background, I'm sure. And there's a couple of guys that walked over there, and one of them caught a bass. Decent size. Got a nibble. Did you see that? See the tip of my rod? Pull my worm right off. Anyway, these little bass boats are great. These pond prowlers, they're sort of pontoon design. They're sort of shaped for stability to not sink, and they are filled with like foam, styrofoam or something. So they're even more flotacious. Is that a word? Alright, let's see if he got. Okay, no, he just gave me a hard nibble, but he did not yank my worm off the line. Interesting. The dude caught a largemouth bass. I believe that's what that was. It's a beautiful fish. He let it go immediately. That's what we're doing out here. I'm not going to keep anything today. Unless it's like, record-breaking, citation-worthy here. 99% of the time, just catch and release. Now, saltwater is a different story. I'll even keep croaker if I get enough of it. That's a good meal right there. It's just so nice out here, man. I can't tell you how anxious I've been for summer to come, for spring to get here. When is the first day of summer anyway? Is it sometime in June? I'm gonna give a good cast this time. There we go. Wasn't that far, but so anyway, so this could fit in a truck. You can put a gasoline-powered motor on here on one end and like a trolling motor on the other. Trolling motor is all I've ever really needed. I think eventually I am looking into these electric motors that run off of batteries, sort of like, we have a battery-powered lawnmower, battery-powered chainsaw, and battery-powered leaf blower. And I just absolutely love them. They cost a little more, but they're lighter, they're more efficient, go faster, they last longer. So I'm looking into, and when I say battery powered, I don't mean the kind like a trolling motor where you have to hook it up to a big old car battery like I have now. 100% electric. They use, big old rechargeable batteries. It's the future. It's the future. Technology we're at a point now where it's just fantastic. You can be out on the water all day on those things. As long as you're not running full speed ahead the entire day, which, if you're out fishing, why would you? I have two batteries here. I think one of them is completely depleted. I didn't know what the status of either battery is, so I just brought them both, hoping for the best. One of them was completely dead. Top of the trolling motor where the indicator is far from me at the moment. If I really wanted to look, I could, but I'm not running the motor right now, so it's fine. As long as I have enough juice in the battery to get me back to the dock, which I can see the dock is right on the other side of the camera. You guys can't see it because it's the exact opposite direction you're looking at. I was also looking at cameras, I was looking for the time being, for right now, for my budget, of all the mobile action cameras that are out there, the vlog cameras, whatever they call them, GoPro fills my needs, fits my needs. They're reasonably priced, $300-400. They're up to the GoPro 12 now, so they're working out their bugs, issues that they've had in earlier generations. So I have a 12, which I'm recording this on right now, which is the newest one, and then I also have a 10, GoPro 10 and a GoPro 12, and I use them together in conjunction for 2-camera events. Podcast, I've used them for podcasts in the past. But in a situation like this, one man out fishing in a boat, it's a perfect way to have it set up. Now, I might actually shorten that pole. That will also stabilize it and make it not as wobbly. It really only needs to be about half that length, and it needs to be brought up. I could actually make that change now if I wanted. I could, because it's on the angled poles in the angled slot now. I have a straight up down slot, which I should probably use. But it's fine. chest, like I said, it's a first-person view, so you can see close-ups of what I can see. Now, fortunately, the later, newer generations of GoPros are waterproof to a certain point. Now, if the GoPro that I'm using now, so there's these cases that you can put your GoPro in, like protective cases. The GoPro I'm using right now in video this is not any kind of protective case at all. If it hit the water, it's attached to a pole that has a foam pool noodle around it. I don't know if you can see that at the bottom of the camera, but I would hope that because of that it wouldn't sink. But if it somehow became attached to the end of that pole, it would sink. I'd never see it again. It's just gone. They do have, I think, what's called GoPro floaties, which you can put around them. I don't know if they have them to where you can put them around a protective case as well. So you'd have a protective case and then a floaty around that. I think the floaties are just designed to go directly around the camera. But these pool noodles, the way I have it set up, I think I'm okay. Even though they are waterproof, I like to try to avoid ever getting it wet if possible. I'd really like to bring them to the next time I go to Busch Gardens. Get some really cool ride footage. They're going to be reopening, if they haven't already, they're going to be reopening the Loch Ness Monster. Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. That's what people around here call Williamsburg. They call it Williamsburg. Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. But it's actually Williamsburg. It's just the lazy southern way to say Williamsburg. But so I think the Loch Ness Monster opened in like 74 or 75. I think it might have been their very first roller coaster. And so they've redone it, revamped it. I don't know how many slight changes or improvements to it. It's supposed to be better than ever, and it's going to be, they're going to have a grand opening to VIP pass holders and stuff. I would love to, I probably won't be able to go to that event they're having, but I would love to go eventually and just record myself. Maybe have a GoPro on my chest, filming what I can see, and then another one, maybe on my wrist or something, so you can see my expression. I love my watch. It says, Tuesday, May 7th, no events today. No events. I love it. Of course, I am getting excited. You know, I'm the CEO and president and owner of DDJHR.com. That's Digital DJs of Hampton Roads. And we have a couple of very exciting summertime gigs coming up. We have the Big Pet Expo, Park Lawn Pride. It's mainly dogs and cats, but I think it's all pets. They probably have a reptile person out there too. And it's going to be a huge event. I hear it's going to be the biggest one ever. I got another nibble. I think they may have taken part of my worm. Yeah, he's way less than he was. We'll put another worm on there. So anyway, I'm going to be the DJ, sort of MC for the Park Lawn Pride Pet Expo. I just need a lively looking worm. These worms have about had it. None of these guys are really... Wait a minute, this one's moving. Yeah. So that is coming up this Saturday. I'll be DJing that. It'll be fun. It's going to be held at a funeral home. Isn't that interesting? I've done the event for them a few years already in the past. Things have always gone well. They have a pet costume contest. I think it's usually just dogs. People dress their canines up in silly little outfits. That's always fun. And then the following weekend, next weekend, not this coming weekend, is the big one for me. It's one of my biggest gigs of the year. It's the Tidewater Comic-Con, happening at the Virginia Beach Convention Center, and that's a big time event right there. It's all kinds of comic book celebrities, voiceover people, vendors. It's going to be insane. I'm super excited about that. That's going to be a 2-day event. It's actually happening Saturday and Sunday. All right, I'm going to back up. Back up into the shadows. Look how quiet that motor is. You can't even hear it, right? You can hear me talking. I wonder if you'll be able to see these turtles in the background. They're pretty far back there, though. I mean, from your perspective. Love this little trolling motor. So quiet. I think it's 50 or 55 pounds of thrust. That's how they rate these things. Turtle just plopped into the water. Well, you probably didn't see him. It's probably too far away. But he was on a log. Captain's log. I'm in the shallows now. It's just such an awesome day. I'm hoping that that camera doesn't overheat or stop recording for any reason. Trolling motors are great for sneaking up on, moving around the pond, not freaking the fish out. When I was looking at these higher powered electric motors that get you up to 6 miles an hour, things are amazing. They're also relatively